In the shadowy corridors of ancient Jerusalem, a secret was about to be revealed, one that could alter the destiny of an entire nation. Amid political intrigue, fear, and the weight of forgotten scrolls, a voice of wisdom emerged, the prophetess Huldah. Huldah's story is a testament to courage, insight, and divine guidance. Yet she isn't as widely known as Isaiah, Jeremiah, or Ezekiel, but her role was no less pivotal. She lived during the reign of King Josiah, a time when Judah teetered on the edge of spiritual collapse. Temples had fallen into neglect. Idols filled the streets, and the word of God seemed distant until a discovery changed everything. In the heart of Jerusalem, a city teeming with kings, priests, and prophets, an extraordinary discovery shook the kingdom to its core. King Josiah, young and determined to restore the faith of his ancestors, ordered the temple to be cleaned and repaired. Among the dust and forgotten scrolls, a sacred book, long buried, nearly lost, was found. The words on its worn pages ignited fear, awe, and urgency. But how would the king interpret this ancient divine message? That's when he sent messengers, not to the priests, not to the scribes, but to Huldah, a prophetess whose name whispers through the corridors of history like a secret wind. Huldah lived quietly in Jerusalem, known only to a few. She was no ordinary woman. Her life was a testament to God's subtle yet formidable power. When the king's envoys approached, they found not a courtly prophet, but a humble woman clothed in quiet dignity, her eyes alight with the fire of divine knowledge. Jerusalem had kings, advisors, and scribes, but Huldah held the key to God's voice, a voice that could warn, guide, and transform a nation. The messengers trembled as they presented the scroll, for Huldah's reputation for accuracy and spiritual insight was unparalleled. Reading the ancient scroll, Huldah's heart raced, not in fear, but in righteous urgency. She prophesied that the words on the scroll were indeed the will of God. She delivered a message that would resonate through generations: judgment for the nation's corruption, yes, but also hope for those who would turn back to the Lord. Huldah's prophecy was not merely a statement. It was a spark that would ignite a spiritual revival. Her words reminded everyone that divine wisdom can appear where least expected, even in the quiet voice of a woman hidden from the palace's grandeur. King Josiah listened. The nation listened. Huldah's counsel empowered the king to act decisively. Laws were restored, altars were destroyed, and the people returned to the worship of their God. The prophecy was a call to adventure of its own kind, not across deserts or seas, but through the uncharted territories of faith, courage, and obedience. Huldah's hidden voice became the compass that guided a nation back to righteousness, proving that even a single life devoted to God can change the course of history. Huldah's story echoes through time, a reminder that God's instruments are often unexpected. She was not a queen, not a warrior, not a political figure, yet her impact was monumental. Every whisper of the scroll she read, every prophecy she delivered carried the weight of divine adventure, an adventure of faith, courage, and revelation. Huldah teaches us that true power lies not in titles or visibility, but in obedience and intimacy with God. In a world that often overlooks the quiet, the humble, and the hidden, Huldah stands as a beacon, a testament that God's voice can emerge from the most surprising corners to change everything.